Well, the first comments from Chris Rock tonight after he was hit in the face by Will Smith live at the Oscars.
Yeah, we're also learning that Smith may be facing consequences as the Academy says it plans to take action.
KCAL 9's Leslie Marin is here now with the very latest on this saga. Leslie.
I could tell you lots of people anticipating this moment, you guys. And the moment's here. Rock held a sold-out comedy show tonight in Boston and opened with some very brief comments about the incident. We have some audio from inside that theater. The performance happened just hours after. The Academy warned Smith he is officially under investigation and could face discipline.
I don't have like a bunch of about what happened. So you came to get at. I had like a whole show I wrote before this weekend. And I'm still kind of processing what happened.
For a brief moment, comedian Chris Rock addresses how he felt about the slap at Sunday's Oscars, seen around the world.
Oh, wow!
Rock, seen here walking out of a bus and into the Wilbur Theater in Boston, performed 2 shows Wednesday night. There was a no phone policy for spectators, some who bought their ticket after what they saw.
I got tickets at 1 a.m. on Sunday night.
All right, had to do a bit of digging, actually a lot of digging, to find out what Chris Rock has had to say about this incident, because he's mostly stayed silent about it, and nobody has really reported on anything Chris Rock has had to say. I mean, everyone's so focused on Will Smith. I mean, really, they've been focused on Will Smith since he smacked him. I mean, even to the point where everybody went to check on Will Smith. You had Bradley Cooper, Denzel Washington, but nobody went to check on Chris Rock. How come nobody came to Chris Rock like, hey man, you're the one who got hit. You all right? You know, are you okay? I mean, forget Will Smith. I would have gone right to Chris Rock like, you all right, dude? You know, what a punk, right? I mean, I would have consoled him, not Will Smith. I mean, Will Smith needs a psychiatrist. Right? He doesn't need more enabling from any other woke beta simp Hollywood actors who are going to enable his violence and that type of overreaction to a simple joke, which, again, in my mind, was a compliment. So far, from what I've heard, what I gather, Chris Rock has said that he, A, does not want to press charges against Will Smith. He also said that he understands that he acted out in a moment of rage and anger, and he sympathizes with him. And thirdly, he also said that he wants to find a way to mend their friendship, their relationship, and put it behind them. So clearly, Chris is the bigger man. He's being the bigger man, and he was the bigger man, right? I mean, he could have, easily just lashed out at him in response, which many people would have, which he definitely has a right to at this point. But he didn't. Even when he was on stage, he didn't go after Will Smith. He didn't start making even more jokes about him or poking even more fun at Jada, which many comedians, I think, would have. I think more, you have a lot of comedians out there, maybe like a Bill Burr or something like that, or, like a Dave Chappelle, probably would have went after him even more, even harder. But Chris Rock laid off because, I think deep down he's, a pretty, he's got his heart's in the right place. However, he shouldn't let Will walk on him. He shouldn't become another enabler for Will by letting this just go, because he's not the one who should be stepping forward and trying to mend that relationship. It should be Will, right? Will Smith should be the one reaching out to Chris Rock and like sending flowers to his house, showing up at his house, with a bouquet of, candy and roses and, whatever else he wants, and apologizing, right? Saying he's sorry, and then, doing it in a public forum like he did when he attacked Chris Rock on stage. Right? But do you see Will Smith doing that? No, he didn't even apologize until the next day, which tells you what? It tells you he's not really sorry about it. And I don't believe he's actually sorry about it. He might be sorry of the fact that he's losing friends over this, or His career might go on hiatus for a few years because of this, but I don't think he's actually sorry for the act that he did, because he didn't apologize. He didn't apologize until the following day. And that because he waited so long to apologize, it wasn't really him apologizing. By then, I'm going to just assume that his agents, his managers, his publicists really pressured him to issue an apology, because there was going to be a lot of backlash. And they were like, yeah, you don't want to deal with this right now with everything you're going through. It's going to be even worse if you don't issue an apology. So he's probably like, okay, fine, I'll issue a quick apology. And they probably wrote it for him. I don't believe that apology is sincere. I believe that Will Smith stands behind what he did. I don't think he's sorry. That's my opinion. I don't think he's sorry, because when he was at the Oscars getting his award, he apologized to everyone but Chris Rock. And that was just another jab at Chris to let him know, I'm still pissed off at you, right? It's like another jab just to say sorry to everyone but him. Everyone but him. So now you see, just to go into a basic psychology lesson here, because I teach self-development, what trauma survivors do is they often repeat the cycle of the pattern of toxic behavior, the pattern of abuse onto somebody else. Usually it's a close friend, maybe even a family member or a dating partner, right? They will basically repeat and harm somebody else because it makes them feel like they're in control. So because Will is being abused by his wife, pretty much, right, in a public forum, he's being abused by her in a public forum because she's coming out in public and talking about how she's like banging these dudes. He's being embarrassed by her. He's being, emasculated in front of the entire world by her. His response to that is to go and do it to someone else now, right? His response is to go do it to somebody else that he knows that, dares cross him now. Just like Jada probably feels like, oh, Will crossed me, so I'll show him. And then she punishes Will. Now he's going to go out there and repeat that pattern of abuse on someone else. And unfortunately, he took it out on Chris Rock. Right? He took it out on him in front of everyone in a public forum on a world stage. So now he can embarrass somebody else because he was embarrassed. So he repeats that cycle of pain. Do you see how that works, guys? You see how that works, right? It's no different than haters, right? You get haters, you get trolls, you get people who want to throw shade at you. What are they doing? They're repeating the cycle, that pattern of behavior, right? That pattern of just abuse. They need to go abuse you because they were abused. So, history repeats itself, and they repeat that cycle of negative and toxic behavior onto somebody else because it makes them feel like they have control of something. Yes, that's Cash. So, yeah, we're actually traveling right now. So, but in any case, that is exactly what's happening with Chris Rock right now. I know Jim Carrey said that, he should sue him for $200 million because for the amount of embarrassment that he's caused him, the humiliation. This slap is going to be out there being replayed for over and over. It's going to be out there forever. People are going to be making jokes about it. People are going to be doing comedy skits about it. I mean, already there are thousands of memes, like showing, Chris Rock getting smacked by Will Smith. So he's not going to live this down. And I'm sure, being a comedian, Jim Carrey is probably advising him that you go sue him, right? And if anything, sue him and donate the money to charity. Right, but I know not Will Smith, but Chris Rock has a comedy tour right now, and I know he's trying to focus on that moving forward. And the ticket sales for his comedy show are just going through the roof because of what happened, right? So it was a good viral event for him financially because he's selling out. He's selling out of these tickets for his comedy show, but. He doesn't have the type of money Will does, but if he wants to not have to worry about doing these comedy shows in these clubs anymore, he could just sue Will Smith for what he did. He's not going to get $200 million, I doubt. Might get, a good out of court settlement from him that will be more than enough for him to retire handsomely and not have to, he won't feel like he got cheated, from all these like memes and jokes that are being made about him getting, smacked on live television, right? He should get something for that. And right now, the LAPD also said that he's welcome to come in at any time and file a report, and if he wants to press charges on him. The funny thing is, here's the double standard with that. If that was a female host and some man went up there and slapped her, even if she didn't want to press charges, do you think they would let that go? No. They would come and arrest that dude. They would send the SWAT team to his house to go get him. And they would make sure there are cameras everywhere to shame him, in front of everybody. But because it's two guys hitting each other, that's okay. We don't care about that kind of violence. Right? No, we don't care about that. So looks like Chris Rock is trying to be the bigger man, and he wants to put it behind him. But I think with more time, the more he sees that Will is no longer Will Smith, he's just, a male version of Jada now. And the more he sees that this guy is not really his friend, and he's just no longer the same person that he thought he was, and once that resentment starts to build, and people are trolling Chris Rock for what happened and making fun of him, and telling him he's soft, and creating memes about him, I think at some point it will probably trigger him to be like, yeah, screw this guy. He didn't even really say sorry anyway. He wasn't sorry. He just issued an apology because his agent made him do it. He's not my friend. Friends don't do that to each other. Screw him. I'm going to take Jim Carrey's advice and go get $200 million, or sue for $200 million. So I believe moving forward that that might be a road that he might take, So, and at this point, you can't really blame him, because this is just... Yeah, and I wouldn't even just sue Will Smith. I would sue the Academy. I would file a lawsuit against them too, because this happened on their platform. This happened during their broadcast. Okay, where's your security? How come nobody pulled him out of there? How come he wasn't forced to leave? Why did you just let him sit there? And, Chris Rock is having to deliver the rest of the show uncomfortably, right? He's uncomfortable at that point, because he's like, I give the guy credit. He was able to keep his composure, but he must have been thinking in the back of his head, like, what is America thinking about me? What is the world thinking about me? How is this going to play out? How is this going to affect my career? People's perception of me, my family, my kids. How is my kid going to look at me like, Dad, this guy I thought he was our friend. He just came up and smacked you. So I believe a lot of those things will come out in the future, and it will get to a point where I don't think he's going to be wanting to play nice for very long. I know he's trying to be the bigger man now, but I don't know how much longer that will actually last. So, yeah, it's just a matter of time. But right now, as of now, Chris Rock does want to try to put this behind them and mend their friendship, which is absurd. That's just absolutely bizarre. Being the fact that it wasn't him who caused this. He should not be the one reaching out, wanting to mend things. It should be the person who initiated the damage, the person who actually physically attacked you, on stage for doing your job. This clown sat, being Will Smith, this clown sat up front with his wife when you have a comedian right there who has made jokes in the past. What did you expect, right? What did you expect? That's like sitting in the front seat of, a roller coaster, those ones where it goes down and the water splashes on everybody in the front, and then complaining about how wet you got. It's like, why did you sit in the front? Why didn't you sit in the back if you don't like that? Why did you even come to the amusement park if knowing that this is what we do here? So, as I've said in previous videos about this, I've covered a few now, that Will has basically, he's basically turned in his penis and has taken, he's basically turned in his manhood and has taken on the role of a woman, a female. And, just his playing the victim, after the event happened, crying and everything, acting like, Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. It's like, dude, get out of here with that. Are you serious? Are you seriously trying to play victim with this and getting sympathy and getting people to feel sorry for you? No, dude, you did it. Own it. You smacked this guy and you committed a violent act. Own it. Don't be a little girl about it. Stop being beta. Own what you did. Say, I did it. And either apologize or own it, right? Own it regardless. But don't sit there and be like, he was a fierce defender of his family and I'm just like him. I'm that crazy father. No, dude. You're just a jerk, right? You're just a jerk who needs help. You're a jerk who has a woman who's got you by the balls. That's the problem, right? And now even your kids are turning on you, right? I mean, I saw some tweets from his kid who was in the movie with him, that Pursuit of Happiness movie, Jaden. He was talking about how he wanted to be emancipated at 15 because he said the family was too dysfunctional. And that kid's the kid who claims he's gender fluid. And he was like, this family's too dysfunctional. Where does this come from? It comes from that weak leadership at the top, like I keep saying, right? Because Will is failing to be a man, failing to act like one. He wants to be woke. I want to be woke, Dad. I'm woke, Dad. I'm the cool dad. You can do whatever you want. Be whoever you want. You want to be a boy even though you're a girl? Do that. You want to be a girl even though you're a boy? Do that. I don't control my kids. I'm not one of those traditional fathers, So, yeah, look at the result of that. Woke parenting at its finest. And you see it playing out on the stage. Gave his woman power. Like the media has probably been telling him, and all his woke, celebrity friends have been telling him forever. Like, yeah, Jada's a strong woman, man. Follow her lead. Look what's happened to you, dude. Look what's happened to your life. And now look at what's happened to your career. Right? The woman will destroy you if you let her, guys. Proverbs 31:3. Do not give your strength unto women, nor thy ways unto that which destroyeth kings. Which Will has done, hasn't he? And now you see the results of that. You see the results. And, I applaud Chris Rock for, not reacting the way his beta friend has reacted. I applaud him for, standing his, keeping his composure together while he carried on the rest of the show. And I applaud him for being the bigger man in this. However, you need to hold Will accountable here, okay? You need to hold that dude accountable. Don't just go back to being friends. Don't, go over his house and, buy him, like a gift or anything like. No, he has to come to you. And not only that, I would seriously consider my other options when it comes to taking action against him, because that is something like Jim Carrey said is going to just be ubiquitous, and it's going to always be out there on the internet, right? It's never going to go away. And it was not a good moment for him, not a good moment for his family or anyone who respects him to see, right? Even though, yeah, obviously Will Smith was in the wrong, but you don't want to see like your dad getting hit like that. I'm sure he has kids, or your husband. I'm sure he's married, right? And you don't want to see your husband, that happen to your husband. I mean, that's really emasculating for him. But again, Will Smith is just repeating the cycle of pain, the cycle of abuse that he suffered from Jada, where she emasculated him. Oh, now I got to go emasculate someone else because I'm a beta and I'm overreactive and I don't work on myself and I make the woman my god. And I'm obsessed with her and I can't let her go. I live for her. I die for her. That's the little bitch you turn into. So, as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Let me know if I missed anything you would like to add, how you feel about Chris Rock trying to take the higher road here and not just come after Will and press charges and file $200 million lawsuit. What would you do? What would you do if you're Chris Rock? Would you go after Will Smith, or would you try to repair your friendship with him? Or would you just be like, dude, it's over. You're not my friend. Screw you. All right. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you would do. Let me know how you feel about this. And always love to see you guys, my comments. I always love to read them. So drop those comments below. And of course, make sure you smash that like button. Also hit the notification bell right next to it. And subscribe to the 33 Secrets. Too many of you guys are still not yet subscribed to the 33 Secrets. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Okay, it helps me out a ton. And yeah, subscribe and you'll get these videos fresh as I upload them. And for you guys who want to support my work, best way to do that, just jump into 7 months of mastery. First month's only $1. You're going to learn from one of the best pickup artists in the world, one of the top 10 pickup artists in the world. Been doing this my entire life, and I will teach you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, most beautiful looking women on the planet. Not the 304s, not the promiscuous women of the world who are going to go out there and destroy your life and try to rip your nuts off as somebody's wife has. Unbelievable. But right now it's only $1 for the entire first month, and you're going to learn a ton. And just click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So do that now. I'll see you in my next coaching video. It's the best way to support my work. So please do that. And until next time.